Welcome to Sriman IT. This is Ramchandra. I'm having more than 10 years experience as a Java developer as well as Java trainer. In this video, I'm going to discuss about what is the advantage of core Java with a project development batch. In the next week, I'm going to start this batch, that is core Java with the project development. So what is the main importance of this batch? What is the main intention of this batch? The main intention of this batch is whatever the concepts which we are learning from core Java, by using the concept, first we are understanding each and every concept with one project test cases. For example, whenever we working with Amazon.in application, whenever we working with Amazon.in application, see guys, every project consists of two informations. Every project consists of two things. Whatever the project it may be, Yatra.com, IRCTC application, Gmail, Swiggy, Amazon, online ticket booking application, online banking applications, whatever the project we are taking at right now, every project mainly consists of two things. One is the project information as well as project operation. Every project consists of information and operations. Then what is information? What is information? Here, for example, I'm using one Amazon.in application. Amazon.in application. In the Amazon.in application, I'm doing some search operation. Whatever the product I want to purchase, that product I can able to search. This is one operation. Searching about our product is operation. Now, after searching operation, it's showing like a Samsung, Vivo, Redmi, okay, Samsung Galaxy M11, so Realme, Oppo. So like this, lot of mobiles information is going to display. All these names is comes under mobile project information. 4 GB, it's an information. 64 GB storage, it's an information. Price of the mobile, it's an information. Of saving 19% of save. So that is information, nothing but 3000. And date of delivery, out of stock, each and every thing is going to display by this project. This is comes under project information. Okay, on top of the project information, how many products are you going to purchased? And bill generation, setting operation, add to cart, doing the payment through card. All these are comes under what? Operations. So, for example, there is a concept like a variable and method concept in core Java. Then how can we apply that variables and methods concept while developing the project? So like that, this course will be depends. Each and every point, where do you use the constructors to developing the project? Where do you use methods concept to developing the project? And what type of methods are we using in development process? And when should we use zero argument? When should we use argument? When should we use non-void method? And when should we use void method? For example, I want to find out the balance. After performing the operation, can we able to find out the balance or not? So that is one operation. How can we represent non-void methods? Got the point on that. Whenever we performing with the operation, then we require non-void method. Whenever we performing a mini statement, just a void method required. So whatever the concept which we are learning, those concepts, by using those concepts, we are going to see how to develop those concepts, how to use those concepts in the development process of project. So in the development process of project from the core Java, very important concept like OOPs. Each and every OOPs concept I'm going to teach, I'm going to highlighting with the project scenario. So where do you use the multi-threading concept? Whatever the application now you are going to take, Amazon, IRCTC, Gmail, Facebook, Instagram, any website is comes under what? Web applications. If you want to develop the web application, the backbone for the web application is always multi-threading. Without multi-threading concept, there is no web application concept. So what is the real-time scenarios? What are the type of scenarios we are going to require to developing the project from multi-threading? That point we are going, those points we are going to discuss. Like executor services to developing the project in real world, we required fork join pools, thread pools, futures, executor services, callables, fixed thread pools. We have some real world related concept in multi-threading. Those concepts we are going to learn in this core Java. And also, where do you use the collection framework? And what if you want to hold one area related Aadhaar card numbers? So, for example, in one area, we have around 10 lakhs members. I want to hold all the 10 lakhs members Aadhaar card details. The normal array will take a lot of time to searching. That's why what we are going to do. We are going for a collection framework with a stream API. In this core Java with a project development process, we are going to learn Java 8 features also. And one more important concept, exceptions. Whenever we withdrawing the money from ATM machine, if the if your account balance is 5,000, but you are trying to withdraw 5,500 or 6,000, if the ATM machine showing like java.lang illegal argument exception, then what we people are doing? Can we able to understand that message? No. Even the people who learn Java also don't know about that exception details. Then how normal end user can understand? Is Java software developed for only Java end users? No. Throughout the globe, we are a lot of non-Java people are there. So whatever the project we developed, if that project wants to provide the service to all the people, then we have to provide some user-friendly messages like sorry, insufficient balance. If there is no exception handling concept, we are always showing information to the end user like java.lang illegal argument exception. Nobody can understand. If you are showing the messages like there is no sufficient amount. Sorry for inconvenience. There is no sufficient amount. Your account doesn't have that balance. If you are showing that type of message, everybody can understand. Okay, we do use the string handling. For example, if you are sending the money from every account to another account through Google Pay or Phone Pay, whatever it may be, whatever the data you are sending from the browser, everything is coming in the form of what? String. Everything is coming in the form of string. Okay, for example, A is sending money to B. B is already having what? 5,000 rupees. Now A is sending some money like what? 1,000. Whatever the data which we are sending from the browser, the data is going in the form of string. Then if we are adding existing balance to this new balance, then what happens? This much amount will become. So within the one transaction, B will become a crorepati. So how to handle with the strings? So how to handle with the strings in the project development process? How to provide the user-friendly exception messages? And how to developing the web application by using multi-threading? And where do you use collection framework in the project development process? And where do you use the OOPs concept in the development of project? And when do you go for EJ relation and when do you go for has a relation in the development of project development process? So each and every concept of core Java, we are going to deal with project. So whenever we want to developing a project, what are the aspects we required? What are the syntaxes we required? What are the concepts we required from core Java? Those points we are going to learn in this batch. This batch compared to the other normal core Java batch, this batch fully deals with the real-time scenarios. Each and every point, each and every session, we are going to see in-depth information about a real-time project. What happened in the real time? What happened in the company? How to approach the team lead? How to approach the project manager? Each and everything we are going to discuss in the concept like a core Java with the project development batch. So please utilize this batch properly. Thank you guys.